Hey guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Chris, and with the Child's Play franchise finally out in theaters, us getting to experience it, receiving rather positive reviews. However, there's still some on the other side who could have done without this movie being made. Nonetheless, we have a new Chucky movie, so that means it's time to update our ranking of the Child's Play franchise. And just be aware, guys, this is my opinion of the Child's Play franchise. You most definitely will have a different list, but you guys did make me the mayor of Chucky Town, so looks like my opinion is fact around here, and if you don't like that, re-election season's coming up, so. But also be sure to leave your rankings down below. Very curious to see where you guys put this new one in all the other 8 films. But enough babbling, let's get right into number 8 on this list. Is it even a surprise? Is anyone out there gonna have anything different than number 8? Being Seed of Chucky. Only Child's Play movie on this list that if it showed up on TV or for free on Netflix, or a burglar holding it up to my face saying, if you don't watch this, I'm gonna shoot you, well, I would take that bullet. Admittedly, though, most recently, a lot of people have come around to Seed of Chucky and are actually liking the movie for some of its humor, silly elements. To me, the reason I love Chucky so much is because he is a legendary horror icon, and what this movie did turned him into a complete comedian, a buffoon. How can you have a scene where Chucky is whacking himself off? The element of Glenn thrown in there, who actually don't mind that character, but the fact that his quirks were that he pisses his pants, speaks Japanese, and then they kill Chucky off in a kung fu battle. Out of all the great death scenes in the past Chucky movies, you kill him with a kung fu battle? This is the movie that kicked Chucky out of theaters straight to DVD and ending up on a TV show for the Sci-Fi Channel. Number 7 on the list, Child's Play 3. Now, I'm gonna say right here, from every movie upwards on, I like the movie. I don't consider them to be bad. I just consider other Chucky movies in this list to be better than the other. But when looking at Child's Play 3, you still have things to enjoy in that movie. You have Chucky doing his one-liners, keeping horror elements involved in the movie, nice little gory kills. But unfortunately, it was the unraveling of Chucky being more comedic, a little less frightening. The military setting didn't completely pay off. Not to mention, this is also the first time Chucky goes ahead and picks up a gun to actually go and use it against people. Not fun at all. Chucky, you use a knife because that's a classic. Plus the over repetitive plot now of Chucky going after a kid for his soul and then not succeeding in the end to die is so rehashed at this point in the 3rd installment. Number 6 on the list, Bride of Chucky. Now, I've had my ups and downs with Bride of Chucky, of course, because it's when Chucky definitely went the comedic route, but this movie still maintained horror elements. The style of the film is rather beautiful. I love some of the shots. The kills are still very gory, and you introduce Tiffany, who definitely earns her spot in the Child's Play franchise as a sadistic woman who belongs next to Charles Lee Ray, Chucky the Killer Doll. But you still have those peaky cringing moments of Chucky making love right by the fireplace. But even with that stuff said, I get a real kick out of watching Bride of Chucky every now and then. Number 5 on the list, Curse of Chucky. Finally going back to the horror roots. It was a dry season of Chucky movies thanks to Seed of Chucky, and Don Mancini said, you know what, the fans want him scary again, let's do that. But not only did he do that, he also added in a brand new character, Nika, who is the real life daughter of Chucky, Brad Dourif. Watching the movie, you think it's just a regular family trying to be killed off by Chucky, but the reveal at the end that gives us some more backstory to Child's Play 1988, and still 7 movies later, building the character of Charles Lee Ray, making you identify with him a little more, giving him this disorder where he has to kill everybody he comes in contact with as sort of a self-compulsion. Be it the lower budget and the absolutely horrifying look of that doll. I know it's for a reason in the movie, but it was still such a sore to look at. Curse of Chucky to me brought me back to a franchise I thought I was never gonna get into again. Number 4 on the list, Cult of Chucky. It is blowing my mind how many people out there put Cult of Chucky so far on the bottom of their list, or that some people even tell me Cult of Chucky to them is worse than Seed of Chucky. Cult of Chucky to me has been the height of what Charles Lee Ray's character has been in a long time in the franchise. You stick him in an insane asylum with sickos who don't know if he's real or not. Even with these impaired people, he performs some of the goriest kills of the franchise. You continue the story of Nika versus Chucky. You throw in Alex Vincent, OG Andy, that sit-down scene where they're together smoking a joint. That is how you do it. As a Chucky fan, I found this movie as a real fan service please, and and a setup for great things. Not the fact that this is the first Chucky movie in 7 films where he finally wins by the end. The added bonus of the multiple Chucky dolls, something that should have been done a long time ago in this franchise. Of course, they did it a lazy way with, oh, it's just a spell I got offline. I hate that kind of stuff, but that's Don Mancini. It just has me more excited for the possibilities of what could happen in the TV series or in future Child's Play movies. Number 3 on the list, I can't believe I'm saying this, but the Child's Play remake of 2019. If you would have told me months ago when I was covering this movie that when this comes out, it's gonna be number 3 on your list of all the Chucky films, I would have slapped you in your face like that factory worker at the beginning of the movie. But after watching the movie, this is exactly what Seed or Bride of Chucky should have been. Except in this movie, the character of Chucky isn't meant to be scary. You're supposed to sympathize, fall in love with the character, and then feel bad for when it starts turning evil, and all that silliness and nonsense fits better with the humor implemented in the movie. You still get your gory kills, you add different layers to knowing characters like Andy Barclay, Mike Norris's character. While you do change the origin of the AI killer robot, you make it work in the context of the film. Although this isn't a scary Chucky movie by far, it is still a thrilling, fun, entertaining movie that I think I can watch over and over as much as some of these other films. Child's Play 2019 did what no other horror remake could do, and that is please the crowd and get us excited for more things to come. Number 2 on the list, probably more controversial than me putting Child's Play 2019 up a little higher, is Child's Play 1988. I know there's this like sort of unwritten rule that whenever you do a ranking, you should always put the original up number 1 because that's just the way things go around here. And while I have a mad love and respect for that first Child's Play movie, that Chucky is not the Chucky I fell in love with. The Chucky I find scary, legendary, amazing did not show up until another movie. But they definitely set up the groundwork, built the foundation. Undeniable that this movie makes you like the character of Andy, has you set up the character of Charles Lee Ray where you're like, whoa, this guy I want to follow for a couple of movies. The fact that it's also the least humorous of them and sticks to the horror roots is also very much appreciated. And even now, coming to 30 years later, the movie still holds up, and you gotta respect it for that. And number 1 on the list, if you're a fan of my channel, you know this Child's Play 2 is the holy grail, the masterpiece, the best Chucky has ever been in all his movies. This movie has everything you love about a Chucky character put into one movie. You want to make him funny? He's got jokes in this movie. You want him to give you nightmares? He's pretty frightening here too. Bloody, gory death scenes? Yeah, we got that for you as well. This movie meshes everything I love about Chucky all in one movie. The style, atmosphere of the film, the ending factory scene where Chucky just gets torn apart left and right, losing legs, the knife on the hand, some amazing great one-liners that still stick with me to this day. It's the Chucky movie I hold up to a high standard, and anytime another Chucky movie comes out, I compare it to Child's Play 2. To me, this is what solidified Chucky getting almost 6 other sequels, is how amazing he was in this film that led other people to go, you know what? I want to keep watching this guy. He's pretty fun. Child's Play 2 will always be number 1 in my ranking, but if one movie ever changes that, that's one hell of a Chucky movie. But anyways, guys, that's just my opinion on the Child's Play franchise. Let me know your ranking of where you think every movie fits in. Also, if you disagree with my list or you don't agree with a certain pick, also go ahead and let me know down below. Just be friendly, guys. I'm sensitive too. But be sure to like and subscribe, guys. Follow me on Twitter at 3C Film Review. As always, I'm Chris. Take care.